Hello, I'm Mrs. Byrne, Head of Classics, and I'm here today to give you a brief introduction to studying Latin A-level. So, first of all, what you'll actually study. Just like in GCSE, it's an evenly balanced study of language and literature. It's not a huge step up from GCSE, it's quite a steady continuation. In terms of the language, you'll continue to master your skills in translation. You'll learn some interesting new vocabulary, some more complex structures and constructions. And you will also work on actually writing in Latin a little bit more than you have done so far. As I said, it's an evenly balanced study, so 50% of your A-level is language-based. The other 50% is based on literature that you'll be reading. So 25% of the whole exam, half of the literature, is prose. That's continuous written Latin. And you're really lucky you've got two of the finest authors of the Roman period, Cicero, a great public speaker, and Tacitus, a famous historian. You'll be studying a defence speech at a famous murder trial, and you'll also be looking at one of the most important periods of history during the time of the Emperor Tiberius. In terms of the verse texts that you'll be reading, again, two great authors, Virgil and Catullus. Virgil wrote the Aeneid, which is all about the founding of Rome. And you are lucky enough to be able to read the final book, so the culmination of this text, about whether or not Aeneas can find a place for the survivors of the Trojan War to settle. And Turnus is going to go and fight Aeneas on his own for the kingdom and also for the girl. And he's determined that he will win or he will die. So it's an incredibly moving, dramatic and exciting piece of Latin. Catullus is quite different. He's renowned for his love poetry, and you're going to read a selection of his poems all about his love for the object of his affections, a lady called Lesbia. You're incredibly lucky in that these are the texts that I read for my own A-levels, and which inspired me to become a classicist. So hopefully that tells you something about how interesting and exciting they are. In terms of why you should think about Latin as one of your options for A-level, the main reason I would advise you to choose Latin is if you enjoy it. If you're interested in the content and you've enjoyed your GCSE so far. It is a subject which universities look favourably on because it is full of skills that are highly regarded by universities and employers. Logic and problem solving, using your memory, your analysis, but also in your analysis of the literature, you're learning how to express yourself clearly, you've got clarity of thought. You'll also master general language skills, which you'll be able to apply to any language learning in the future. It's a facilitating subject in that it allows you to access any course or career in the future. It is especially valuable for careers in medicine, law, journalism, veterinary science, and picking up new languages, as I said. Particularly so for medicine, law, and veterinary science, because a lot of the terminology which you'll use and encounter comes from Latin or Greek. We are enthusiastic in our department. We love what we teach. The groups are usually between 2 and 6 on average, and so you get a great deal of support. We tailor our teaching to you, and we have an excellent record of exam success as a result. Over the last 6 years, we've got 100% A star to B grades, which we're very proud of. In terms of opportunities that are available to you, I think it's really important to develop skills outside of just the subject that you're learning as well, to make you a real catch for university. It's really important to me that you develop your leadership skills. So in the past, students have worked with younger students in the school. They've also worked with the junior school students at the Year 3 Roman Banquet Day. And in the past we've also run outreach projects with local primary schools, introducing them to the classical world. There are regional and national competitions in which we recommend you for and encourage you to enter. And in the past we have visited Pompeii and the Bay of Naples to really explore the sites and the areas that you're actually studying. We do have a departmental Twitter account at ShefHS Classics, where we share important pieces of information, extra reading that you can do, and opportunities that might come up. In the past, some of our students have been on archaeological digs that we've found from Twitter, and universities sharing exciting opportunities which are coming up. Our recent students have gone on to study a number of different courses at university, classics at a number of different universities, but also history, English language, modern and medieval languages, Latin with Russian, history with Russian, and they've gone on to do very, very well. And some common questions that we get asked: is there any coursework for Latin A level? No, there's not. Assessment is entirely by examination. You've got 4 exams at the end of year 13. And in terms of which exam board we use, Latin's only offered by OCR, so that's the exam board which we use. If you have got any further questions about the presentation today or Latin A level more generally, please don't hesitate to contact me by email.